Okay, the lads. There's some real warriors in here. Nice and early as well. Chris, Jonathan, what's going on, lads? Chris has just finished his dinner. Unbelievable timing. What can I say, mate? We're just in sync. We are just in sync, just in time as well for Sorare to drop this collections event on us. Literally like 5 minutes ago. Jonathan, what's going on, brother? Just got back from work in time. Love to see you. Hope you had a good day in work, my brother. I was going to call you my brother again, but yeah, I did. I did do it. I've gone for it twice. What's going on, lads? Hope you've all had a good day. Yeah, this collections event. I was just scanning through it. Excuse me. So celebrate our first collection event 13 minutes ago. We're very excited to launch our first ever collections event to celebrate Sorare managers fandom. For this first batch, we are rewarding all our remaining stock of Champion Europe player signed jerseys for the 22-23. Eligible managers will find a dedicated club shop item before 12 a.m. CT that they will be able to claim for a limited period of 1 week. If unclaimed, the club shop item will disappear on Thursday. For 22-23 collections event, managers will not need to use coins to claim their reward. Ooh, well that's interesting. Jack, what's going on, mate? Thank you for joining us, mate. Really do appreciate it. Doing well. Just got back from the gym myself. And yeah, ready to stream for the next couple of hours, lads. I'm buzzing for it, to be fair. I hope you're doing well as well, Jack. Hope you've had a good day, mate. So yeah, you don't have to use coins, which is interesting. Please find the details of the distribution based on our remaining stock. So top 3 limited and top 2 rare and top 1 super rare collections in the 22-23 leaderboards for Atalanta, Monaco, Betis, Sevilla, Bologna, Cadiz, Empoli, Hellas Verona, Monza, Napoli, Vallecano, Salernitana, Sassuolo, Toronto. Is that like excluding them or them, if that makes sense? I'm guessing it must be them. And then top 2 of limited, top 1 rare, and top 1 super rare of Celta Vigo, Getafe, Girona, Osasuna, Mallorca. Ooh. I was thinking then if Sam Ty got one of those collections. He doesn't, does he? What does Sam have? I think it's Granada, isn't it? Only Champ Europe collections. Yeah, but I'm sure this will change. Let me see if there's. Let me read below just to see if it. See if they're going to bring it out for the other ones. A super rare collector, blah, 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 blah. If a manager is eligible for a reward across multiple scarcities for the same team, they will only be rewarded once, and we will reward an additional manager in the upper scarcity. These rules are specific for this first event. The number of collectors we reward depend on how many jerseys we receive through our partnerships. We are working on expanding the type of real-world items on offer through the club shop and collection game across all scarcities. This is the first event of many, and we will keep doing our best to reward Sorare managers in the first way possible. Get ready for our next collections event in 2 weeks. Congratulations to all the concerned collectors. Interesting. Alex, what's going on, mate? Hi, Harry. Excited for the weekend and hopefully a Liverpool win. Big game at 12:30, isn't it, against the Manx? Yeah, very big game, actually. Really, well, I'll be able to watch a little bit of it. I have a game at 2 o'clock, but yeah, I don't know how that's going to go, to be honest. I hope, obviously, for your sake, Liverpool wins, mate. I really do. Scam you all. Lads, any Cap 240 mids to buy? Ooh, anyone in the chat got any suggestions off the top of their head for Scam you all? But yeah, lads, obviously, big night as far as lineup building goes, because yeah, it's a massive week ahead, weekend ahead with the Premier League stuff, and of course Cap 220 long form, which I think is quite exciting. Something that I'll be semi-prioritizing myself, so I'm buzzing for that. But yeah, no, excited to get into some of this lineup building. Lads already in the Discord obviously have given me all their lineups they want built, so I have a nice list of how many have we got to go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've got 12, or 12 of you guys have submitted your lineups to be built. If you aren't a member and you want your lineups built, then all you have to do is become a member. £1 a week, £4 a month. And yeah, your lineups will be built every game week for you. Yeah, monthly gallery reviews, etc., etc. There's a private Discord as well. So if you do want to become a member, then yeah, you're more than welcome to do so. Obviously, I understand if you don't want to, but this won't be a members only stream, but the lineup building will be for members only, if that makes sense. So I'll only be building my members lineups, but anyone can watch, if that makes sense. So that's all good. Alex says, I'll miss most of it going for a day drinking in Belfast. I'll love that, mate. But we will be driving when it's on. That's a killer. It's got to be a Sky Go, or is it on Sky or BT? It's got to be a Sky Go job, hasn't it? But yeah, no, I'm buzzing for tonight, lads. I'm buzzing to get into some of these lineups. But yeah, what are we thinking about the collections, though? What do we think is going to be next? Do we think Challenge Europe's coming next? I assume that's what's going to happen, but who knows? Chris, when it comes to my lineups, any additions are appreciated. Got some extra cash for them. Okay. Johnny says you're going to be here all night. Yeah, I could be here a while, to be fair, mate. I could be here a while, but I'm fine with that. I'm excited. But building lineups is my, I don't know, my guilty pleasure, I guess. I do really, really enjoy doing it. And yeah, when there's a purpose behind it as well, I really want to win. I really want to win, the lineups I build. I really want to win them. I really want them to win rewards. Basically what I'm getting at. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. And obviously we are going to be using Sorare data for that. But what are we, 8 minutes in? We'll wait a little, maybe another 5 minutes or so. I was going to just breeze through a couple of my lineups before we start getting into members lineup. So I'm not I haven't really done my lineups honestly for this weekend yet. I've been semi doing them, but not to the degree where I know exactly what the sort of formations are. But I don't know why I'm in 240. Let's move out of there and go into Rare Plus, which is always sort of the priority for me. But this week, no Costa. Portugal obviously isn't playing this weekend, so that doesn't help too much. So it's basically Bazanu if we want a rare card. We don't know if Verbruggen's going to play. And Ike Alvarez is obviously down as a Villarreal player, but plays for Villarreal too. So I think he should start, but I'm not going to risk it away. Who did they play? I think they played Racing Santander away, which is not great. So I think Bazunu probably picks himself there. AA pick score. Owen Beck is our super rare. As a defender, looks promising. And then we've got Timber, Barriel, Enzo, Monchu, Pedri, all with AA fixtures. I don't know. I think Timber and Beck are obviously the two best super rares to pick. I mean, doesn't take a rocket scientist to work that out, obviously, but I think that would probably be the case. And then it's just kind of, the forward and the extra player then potentially is the only sort of contemplations. Rodrigo feels like the play. Obviously, no Vinny now, so, he's more nailed than he could ever sort of be. Kulu at home to Villa. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to think about that. Savio is a new player that we have into the in the gallery, which is great. He isn't injured as far as I'm aware. I think Play Sharper has him down at 95% or something quite concrete. They play Bilbao though, which it's not an easy game. 1st v 5th. So he's definitely an option. I don't mind that, but I think Rodrigo probably picks himself. Brennan could be a good choice as well, but like I said, the Tottenham Villa, I think that'll be a tight game, honestly. Sulemana away to Huddersfield, not bad at all, actually. Probably prefer to keep him for a cap mode, maybe. His L15 is pretty low. So I think Rodrigo probably picks himself there. And then extra player, Seque's got a great fixture at home to UPenn. I kind of don't mind that. Simakan I don't really trust. Barriel, MLS playoffs. Could be quite cagey against Philly, but Cincy at home are very, very strong. So I am quite tempted to go for him, to be honest. 10 XP. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all. We've got Caceres AA. Monchu's a AA, even though they're away from home, and I never like picking Monchu away from home. So I think Barriel probably picks himself there, and then honestly, I'd be quite tempted to captain Barriel, honestly. I think they'll have a dominant game against Philly. They're obviously heavy favourites as well. I'm not saying Rodrigo could obviously pop off and get a couple of decisives, and we're kind of flying. But I think Barriel, I can kind of rely on his AA a little bit more than I can Rodrigo at worst. So yeah, I think that would probably be the rare plus lineup. Next up would be 240 super rare, I think, because yeah, obviously that $200 is a massive sort of lure this weekend, as it is every weekend if I've got the lineups to put it out for. And I'm kind of blessed that I have a lot of super rare goalkeepers that are playing right now. Everyone bar Toblason is a starter. Thanks for Leszczuk getting the job at Dynamo Moscow, but they'll be going into a big break soon. So obviously the Russian league. So Nishikawa, Kuk, and obviously Labrovic, who I normally use for under 23 super rare. But yeah, his cap's a little bit lower than the rest of the guys, so he could actually be quite useful around these areas, to be honest. In midfield, I really want to know if Yuito Suzuki's going to play for Bromby. That would be really interesting because his L15 is so low. I'd love to be able to use that. Maatsen at home to go ahead is like the alpha play this weekend for me, as far as like my cards go and how good he is as a card and how well he's been playing. I feel like that is probably the play. But we've got a couple of like low L15 cards that can bring down the rest of the sort of lineup and allow us to kind of use a, like if we use a Maatsen, we basically have to use somebody that's relatively low in L15s. I'm probably going to use this Rune Pajhus in 220 because his cap's like stupidly low. But they play Circle Bruges, which is not a great matchup. But in midfield, like I said, if I knew Yuito Suzuki's going to play, I would love to try and get him in because his cap is nice and low. Another guy who has a low cap, who I think is going to play, is a Kubo at home. Same team as obviously the Nishikawa. The play here is, do we go Nishikawa as our goalkeeper and then maybe go Kuk in 220? Could be the play. We've got 86 left right now. And then I'd like to play Balki. That only leaves us 37 points for the forward, which is not enough to get out of it what we want. I'd probably say Balde could be a decent shout. Maybe even Piton. And then it leaves us 42 points then for our forward, which is basically just giving us time, giving us space to play Brennan. That's like a decent team. It's not unbelievable, but it's decent enough. Could obviously go Balde in there as well. I think Balde will play, but Piton does have a better XP, which obviously is going to help in a cap mode. And they're both away from home. Obviously, Barca has the better fixture just because they're a more dominant side. So you'd argue Balde is probably the play there. But the play sharper. The Sorare community members don't seem to fancy Balde to start, which is understandable. Obviously, he hasn't started the last couple, but he is predicted to start. So, yeah, they're kind of my two sort of main lineups for the weekend, and then 220 Super A as well would be another one. But we'll get into that another time, lads. I wanted to start diving into these lineups that we have to build for the members. Starting us off then, lads, with Mozza 19. If you're watching Mozza, what's going on, mate? And Mozza wants his under 23 limited, 220 limited, and gas limited build, which we will be doing right now. So let's just get into it. Let's just get straight into it, Mozza. Really excited for this, actually, to be honest. I don't know why. It just feels like a good night to be building lineups. It really, really does. Under 23 limited. Come on then. What can we do for Mozza? What can we get going here? So our data's been a little bit slow, which is just great. Or have we lost connection potentially? Oh no, maybe we're back. Maybe we're back. We're back. Okay. So in goal, Mamadashvili, that picks himself. In defense, Sugawara feels like the play just from a glance. Fixture-wise, at home, he's ticking multiple boxes there for me. Let's just check the midfield, though. Saka away to Brentford, okay. Spurtian away to Ura, which is a decent fixture. Leone. Is Leone predicted to be back into the Belgium side? The Anderlecht side. Be interested to know what what that's looking like. Okay, because he's 80% down, which is nice. Leone's definitely a shout there. Szoboszlai away to Man City. Okay. I mean, it's hard to not want to pick Saka, obviously, isn't it? I think you have to play Saka there. Tempted to go Leone as our extra player, just at a glance. And then up front, we've got Mbeumo at home to Arsenal. Diaby away to Spurs. De La Fuente, who's on fire, by the way. Like, actually on fire. Okay, not actually on fire, but he is kind of on fire. Look at that. 7 goals in 6 games. Problem is, obviously, if he doesn't get a decisive, the AA isn't there. So that then probably tends to mean Rodrigo probably plays. And then as our extra, Valentin, yeah, I'm not too in love with that. Soleil, is Omar Soleil predicted to play? It's always something dodgy going on with Soleil. I never like trusting. Yeah, I was going to say, there's always something weird going on with Soleil. Obviously, I guess he's injured, but I don't know. He just never feels like you're able to play him for whatever reason. I think Leone then probably comes in for me. And that is a flipping decent team, by the way. I'd probably captain Sugawara. Clean sheet probability is quite high. On sets, the chances are he's going to get a good AA and potentially a DA. Saka would be my secondary pick there. But yeah, I mean, it's a fucking decent team. It's a very decent team. Kind of picks itself. It's not, I've not done anything crazy there out of the blue. But, sometimes the most obvious pick is the best one. Okay, Cap 220 Limited. This is going to be interesting because have I filtered? Yeah. So I don't know if they're going to show me. Is it going to give me common cards here? Is what I'm. That's my, not worry, but with Cap 220 Limited, I don't know if I get to see. Do I get to see Moz's common cards? Maybe I don't. Do I? I'm not sure. I'm really, really not sure. Doesn't look like I do, which could be a bit of an issue. I guess you don't have to play a common in here, but it would probably help, I assume. Yes, I don't really know what to do about that, to be honest. Do we have any suggestions as far as what we could do to mitigate that? Don't know if there is much we could do, is there? I'm clicking update my common cards, but that doesn't seem to mean much. Okay. Let me just message Moza. See if Moza replies to us. But yeah, that could be pretty tough to build a lineup without the common, because I don't know if he was going to play the Ramsdale sort of thing with obviously the L15-0 as his play. But yeah, that becomes pretty tough. Johnny says, Harry, I can offer you FC24 Ultimate Team voucher, PS5. I won't be using. Came with the game. Mate, I really appreciate that, honestly. That really does mean a lot. But I don't play games at all, mate, to be honest. I don't have a PS5 or anything, to be honest. So I massively appreciate that, though, Johnny, the offer. I really, really do. From the users who offer me the best player for it. Yeah, I don't have... It's a good offer, but yeah, I don't play the game, so it wouldn't really appeal to me. But maybe someone in the chat, Jonathan, you should be able to see the comments. Maybe you need to update them. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, that's what I was hoping would happen, but it doesn't seem to be that way, does it? See if it allows us to see comments. Yeah, it doesn't. That's weird. That is weird, isn't it? Well, we've told Mozer anyway. So we'll see what he gets back with. We'll do gas limited first, then or next for him. See what we can get going there. But yeah, no, I appreciate the suggestion, Jonathan. Okay, in goal, what we got then? Ooh, this is a bottom of the table clash in the J League. Yokohama versus Shonan. Okay, Flecken, Schwab, Benitez away to 20. Ooh, some tough fixtures here, you know. Real tough. Like, nothing standing out, if I'm being completely honest. It's tough. I think Walter Benitez is probably the play. That's not to say I definitely think he's going to get a clean sheet, but, you know, it's basically the best of a bar bunch there. Cheers for letting me offer on the video, Harry, for the person who would like it for a Sorare player. Yeah, Johnny, if anyone in the chat wants it, then, you know, I'm sure they can strike a deal with you. But yeah, I don't know if anyone plays the game, but if they do, then obviously they can chat with you here and take that elsewhere as well if you want to chat in Discord or whatever. You know, be my guest, whatever you need to do. So do we do the Boscagli Benitez play, or do we not do that and go like Feis, Teze, Feis has been scoring really, really well. Well, I guess really, he's been doing okay. I'd probably want the synergy with the Boscagli Benitez, to be honest. So I think I'm going to go with that. Like, this team is all based on, you know, if PSV can keep a clean sheet away from home. Jonathan says, I can see your comments when I tried to build your Cap 220, so that's super weird. Maybe you can filter by comments only. Yeah, I tried that as well, Jonathan, I think, but it didn't seem to work. Hopefully it works for everyone else if they want their 220s built. So we'll see. We'll see how that sort of pans out. Okay. Do we go Veerman as well? I think Veerman was like 50-50, right? That was something that I noticed earlier when I was browsing the PSV lineup. I'm sure I saw Veerman at 50%. Yeah, he is. Interesting. Okay. That is interesting. Spurtian, I've got a funny feeling that could be the play. Away against a real bad team. A team where I think he should be able to get a DA. Or do we go with someone like Sven Coombs, Desart, Luke de Jong? Do we just go balls deep into PSV? And just go all out? Not all out, because I don't want to risk the Veerman, but I kind of like this as a play. I know they're all away from home, which is not great. But, like, you know, what can you kind of do? Well, Feis, Combs, or Desart, Luke Haber. Yeah, I'm not too in love with that, to be honest. De La Fuente. I'd play De La Fuente in 220, I would say. Yeah, Feis is Combs. I mean, it's a tough game, but I'm sure there'll be goals in this. I think you've probably got to play Coombs. Or Combs. What should we call him? Do we captain? I'd probably captain Spurtian. Like, it's a tough one. It's not an unbelievable team because a load of them are away from home. And obviously they're playing 20 PSV, which is obviously not easy. But, like, what else do you really do? Like, I don't fancy Roof to not concede a couple. Flecken concedes a couple against Arsenal for me. Obviously, you don't want Schwab or, you know, at home to Bayern. And then this guy could be the sneaky one, but I think you could probably play him in like 220 or something, or cap 240, just because his cap's pretty low. Obviously, you can't really use Benitez in there, so that would be my suggestion for Moza for now. And if we can somehow get his 220 done, maybe off stream or something, we will. But I'll just take a little screenshot of that, just so we can send that to Moza. Okay, that is Moz's lineups, nice and complete. Next up, my main man, who I've actually spent a long time with, well, a day with, Die Rich. What is going on, mate? You might not be in the stream right now, which is fine. But Dirich wants his All-Star Limited 240 to 70. So we're going to get into that. Yeah, Di was the lucky winner of the Value of Talent ticket to watch Tottenham Chelsea a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, we took Di with us, and yeah, it was a great time to. Well, me and Fede really enjoyed Di's company. He was top guy, so that was fun. Okay, let's go into All Star Limited. We've got Juan Soriano, sorry. And he plays at home to bottom of the league, that looks like, which is quite tasty. Columbus, I fancy to score a couple against Orlando. Gaeta away to Valencia. Yeah, this is screaming Soriano to me, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we've got Joachim Anderson. Feels like an obvious play. Is Anderson going to start? I assume yes. I can't really see a reason why he wouldn't. I know they've just come back from international duty, but yeah, okay, he's 95% on. We love to see that. So we'll go. He's definitely a good shout. High L15 as well. Probably captain material is, to be honest. DeMarco away. Yeah, it gets a bit dicey down here. Joe Rodon could be a decent play. Maybe in a cap mode for us. But Anderson probably fits in there quite nicely. And then we've got Desart, Osmar, okay. Pascal Gross away to Forest. Manuel Fuster's a very decent player. Drea's a good player as well. I think he scored a hat-trick, didn't he, a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, Drea could be the serious play here. Ada Morris, Joe Newell, Shikri, Kakare. Some good players here, to be fair, to choose from. Harry Wilson. Yeah, lots to choose from. Big Andy Moran in there as well. Love to see it. Okay, Desart, Gross. This Manu Foster's a very good player as well, though. And I'd probably say, even though they don't score many goals, if they do score goals, he is involved. And they're at home to Zaragoza, that is. Feels like a decent play. Drea's also feeling like a very good play. Let me just double check he's on to start. Let's have a little look. Yeah, he's 90% on. So I would be quite inclined to go with him. Let's just check the AA. So Desart's very high AA. Osmar as well. Aidan Morris is nice and high. Yeah, I just like how Dre is so 100 capable, basically. Is why I would probably go with him. Yeah, Drea feels like a decent play there at home as well. It kind of picks itself for me there. Son at home to Villa. Morata at home to Mallorca. Feels good as well. Berguis, Ito. Jordan, what's going on, mate? Thank you for joining us. Your lineups will be built soon. Yeah, appreciate you popping in, mate. Hope you're all good. We're just building Dyrich's lineups. Morata's on fire, isn't he? Or was on fire before the break. Didn't score against Villarreal, okay. But before that, he was on serious form. Are we saying Morata starts this weekend? Because I'd actually be tempted to play him over Son. Just because the fixture's a lot better. Yeah, I think we've got to go Morata. Son is a way better player than Morata, obviously. But I can't not play Morata there. Just because of how deadly he is. Frankie Kent. Let's have a look at this guy. 28. Assist. Okay, so he's pretty good. He's pretty good. At home to St. Johnstone. Do we do Son? Desart, Manu Foster. Desart's probably a decent shout here. But, well, that's massive AA, by the way. 58 AA. What the hell is he doing? Absolute monster. Yeah, I'd probably say Desart's the play there. I reckon that's the play. Captain Anderson. It's a decent team. It's not a bad team. What did Dye want next? He wanted 240, then 270. Okay. So, 240. What can we do with the goalkeepers? This is going to be the tricky one. What can we do with the goalkeeper situation? Because I hate how that's really annoying. Why is it showing me all those players? I don't, they can't even play. Vincent Gaita could be a decent play here. 38. Is he starting? He is starting, isn't he? Celta Vigo are conceding goals, though. And that's not what we want. Liam Kelly's definitely not the play. So it's out of Flecken. Lee Chang-Gwen, who doesn't really seem to do much. Vincent Gator would give us a lot of breathing room as far as... is he on to play, first of all? Let me have a little... Let's have a little look in Spain. I assume he is. Yeah, 85%. Okay. We can deal with that. So we have a lot of breathing space now because Gator's at 38. I'd probably say Greg Taylor could be a decent shout here. Or this Frankie Kent guy. But then he's... Yeah, we don't want to spend too much on a Frankie Kent. Bentancur. Ooh, that's a very low L15, by the way. Is he down to start? It probably isn't worth playing him in here. You probably might as well play him in 220, I would say. Let's have a look. No, he's at 70%. Yeah, wow. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't think it's the play, though, because we've just got too many points to use up, really. Like, we don't really need to do that. Brennan's a nice low L15, but again, do we need to do that? I wouldn't say so. Darwin, no. Larson in there, Stravetsa. Could play Son. It doesn't leave us too much room to breathe now. 90 points remaining, but he could be really good captain material, I would say. Like getting a clean sheet or like one decisive plus your captain doing well. So like 2 decisives basically secures the threshold, I would say. Like more times than not. And I think Song could be the gateway there to us kicking on a little bit. Does Kenny Taylor do well? Because if we could play Taylor in there, that would leave us 50 points then for our extra player, which would be quite nice. Taylor's at 90%. It's not unbelievable, or like hasn't scored unbelievably well recently, in all honesty. Have we got anyone else down here that tickles our fancy? Could go little Andy Moran. Andy Moran wouldn't be a bad shout, but it is a very good matchup for Kenny, so it's hard not to. Okay, 50 points left then. What can we do here? 50 points left. We could go... Ooh, this could be nice. Is he the striker for... he's the winger. Okay. He's not great. I'm not in love with that. Kamara. Okay. Who's this fella? Defender, Christian. Okay. Scores are decent. Plays away, though, in the Chilean league. Yeah, I don't know if I can trust a Chilean in my Cap 220. I can't lie. I don't think I could. So, okay. This is interesting. Nobody really stands out yet. Luka Nets. Adam Marusic, sorry. Harry Wilson. Is Wilson on to play? If he is, I'd probably go in with a Wilson here. He's 90% on. Yeah, you know what? I kind of don't mind that play, going Wilson. You'll obviously take sets, or a majority of them. I'd probably do that. I don't mind that team, you know. It's a decent team. Okay, 270. This is where it's going to get a little bit tougher because our goalkeepers aren't the best. Molina, very good matchup. Let's have a look. What's Molina's L15? You are right. Very good matchup, obviously, at home to Mallorca. Where is little Molina? There he is. Okay, yeah. Molina probably plays here then for me. But I don't know. Are we in love with Molina's scoring? I mean, it's quite sporadic, isn't it? Depends. Like if it's a good matchup, he is very he is quite punchy, isn't he? Cochran, the goalkeeper here is going to be the issue because I'm not in love with any of these goalkeepers whatsoever. Pedro Galice, obviously at home, so you could argue maybe that could be decent. Flecken the same. I don't fancy Motherwell not to concede 3, so honestly, it might have to be Galice. It might have to be Pedro Galice. And then we've got... Okay, now we got a couple of decent choices. So we could go Frankie Kent, who's got a very good home fixture. DeMarco. Ishmael Diallo. What is this guy saying? Okay, decent left back, yeah. Not a bad left back at all. Joe Rodon. Joe Rodon's got a very good fixture away to Huddersfield, I believe. Is Joe on to start, though? Is Rotherham, sorry, they play. Yeah, Rodon's 90%. That's a very good fixture for Joe Rodon. Very, very good. But is he busy enough to where like he's racking up points? Is Molina even on to start is my next question, because he might get rotated actually. Because they'll play midweek Champions League, right? Molina's at 65. Yeah, I'm not going to risk that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Let's go Joe Rodon. Let's go... it's annoying because we want to play Aidan Morris. But he's playing against Galice, so we can't really do that. Manu Foster probably then comes in there for us as our sort of big hitting player. I'm tempted, right? I'm very tempted to go with Dan James. Go double Welsh because Dan James is at 75%. Which I'll take, the decent odds. We've got Ito, Wind, Nunes. I mean, Berghuis has a very good fixture, doesn't he? It's hard not to want to play Stephen Berghuis, but he's been a bit dodgy recently, no? As far as like scoring goes, he's 80%. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, maybe we go with Stephen Berghuis then. He's kind of the obvious one. And then we've got 47 points remaining for our extra player, which is enough. It's not too much, but we could go Adam Maricic. We could go Wilson again, by the way. But we probably want to diversify a little bit, don't we? So let's leave Wilson out of it. Guri, Stravetsa. Lads, we might have to go Wilson again, you know. We might actually have to go Wilson. Probably be high for 75 than Dan James. Thinks not to got injured international. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it's annoying that I can't play Dan James. Could go Moran. I don't mind the Moran shout. He's away to Stoke, but I still don't mind it at all. Lads, I appreciate all 30 of you watching, by the way. I just realised we have 30 viewers, which is huge. I really appreciate that. Like I said, if anyone's here and wants their lineups built, then all you have to do is become a member. £1 a week, £4 a month. And yeah, lineups built, monthly gallery review, and a private Discord, lads. And it helps me, run the channel, to be honest. It's one of those things that, yeah, I don't like asking, but unfortunately, it's just something that, I kind of need to do if I want to kick this channel on in that sense and continue to do something that I really, really enjoy doing. So, I mean, I want to go Harry Wilson again. I really want to. And maybe I will. I don't know why I'm saying I don't want to. Maybe I just do, lads. Quinny, what's going on, mate? what is going on? I really appreciate you being here with us, doing a bit of lineup building for the members. Okay, captain, it has to be Bergwijn, doesn't it? I think. Or Manu Foster, either one. But, you know, a couple of set piece takers here. Wilson, Manu Foster, Bergwijn is in and around everything as well, normally. It's a decent team. It's a decent team. Those are the 3 lineups, I think, that I will be delivering to Die. So, that will... That'll be delivered to him like that. What was I going to do? I need to go back to there. And next up is Mohammed. Mohammed, what's going on, mate? If you're here, we've got some lineups to build for you. So we've got the Premier League Comp Limited. You want 2 lineups built, and then All-Star Limited, excluding Challenger and Second Division players. Okay. Well, let's get into it then. So Premier League Comp is here, lads, and it's exciting, to be fair. I am just excited to see, what sort of lineups we can build for Mohammed here, because he wants 2 Premier League lineups built. So that'll be interesting to see what sort of variations we can build here then. So in goal, we've got Sanchez, Odysseus, Pope, and Areola. Okay, some decent choices there. Newcastle at home to Chelsea. Sanchez obviously away. Odysseus at home to Brighton. I think Areola might be the play there, to be honest. Mohamed's lurking in the shadows. Mate, I don't mind that. As long as you're here, I can't fault it. I cannot fault it at all, mate. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your presence, even though it's, now confirmed. But, I appreciate you even in the shadows as well. Just checking the West Ham lineup. So we've got Kufal, Zuma, a good Emerson. Okay. I'm just seeing if we could stack anyone, but I'm not too in love with that idea. Maybe Zuma. Maybe. Odegaard's been playing decent, hasn't he? Or Odegaard. Capable of decent scores. You'd have to fancy them away to Burnley, wouldn't you? Have to, but maybe we don't have to go for the double, the defensive stack, which is not a necessity, is it? Okay, but maybe we will for now. We'll throw him in, see what we can do. So 39 out of 15 for Areola is nice. Odegaard's obviously 50, which is quite hefty, but that's fine. Mohammed, I'm guessing you're a West Ham fan. You have to be. Or maybe a Newcastle fan actually. So I think Paqueta, I'd like to keep the West Ham boys nice and close there. And then up front, what have we got? 123 points left, which is enough. We've got Gordon in there. We've got Jackson. Bowen's obviously injured. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky. Just a little bit because, of the injury situation. So what have we got? Okay, Ben Rama's 60. Danny Ings is 30. You'd have to fancy Ben Rama to play, wouldn't you? Because his cap's really low, but then it's like, I don't know, it doesn't really make too much sense. Maybe we go Gordon. Gordon's always good for indecisive, isn't he? Like a bit of both, Mohammed said. That's fine. That's more than fine, mate. You can like whatever team you want. 60% for Gordon. Okay, so Gordon's probably going to play, but it's just where, basically. So let's just throw Gordon in for now. So we've got 68 points left. What does that get us? It doesn't get us a Ward-Prowse, which is annoying. Okay, this makes me want to play Ward-Prowse here now. Let's do that instead. Gives us 56 points for the extra player. Can't go Paqueta. Could go Bruno. Could go Kudus. And go like... I don't know. Kudus might be the play, Kudus or Bruno. Have to fancy Kudus. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's actually a tough one. Bruno maybe to stack with Gordon. I don't think it matters too much, but there could be a bit of potential there. Probably have to captain Ward-Prowse. That is a tasty team, by the way. So that's one team done. Can we build? Are we allowed to build another one? I don't know if it lets you, does it? It should be able to. Like, we should be able to build multiple, no? If not, we can obviously just, you know, disregard it and build it again, like, here. Bruno! Charlie's in the building. What's going on, Charles? I'm going to build it again over here. Just because, or maybe it does. It might not even let us, will it? Yeah, it doesn't let us. That's annoying. Just build it in Cap 2. Yeah, I was thinking that, to be fair. It's obviously going to give us the other players, though, isn't it? But yeah, that is a way. That is definitely a way to get around it for sure. We'll do that then. We'll do that. Is it saved? Yes. Okay, that's fine. Mohammed, I was thinking that. I can't lie. I promise you I was. I'm not stealing your idea. Okay. I guess we could filter by leagues, couldn't we? I tell you what, lads. Some serious IQ over here. Okay, Nick Pope, Sanchez, Odysseus is the only options we have, basically, right? Nick Pope at home to Chelsea. You'd have to fancy him to make a few decent saves there. Odysseus the same, though, at home to Brighton. I don't know. I think Pope's the play, honestly. He has a high L15, which is not fun, but can't really do too much about that. Trippier, do we just stack them both? Or is it Shah, Livramento? Is Shah the play over Trippier? I don't think he is, Charles, is he? Even though Trips has been poor recently, hasn't he? Scoring-wise, anyway. Yeah, his scores haven't been there, have they? I tell you what, I don't know if I trust Trippier there, you know. Or is Lascelles the play? Because he is 90% on, and it does give us a bit of breathing room. Let's see what this sort of gives us then. So I think we've got to play Paqueta somewhere. He's too sort of valuable not to. And then, yeah, the issue rises now is like the Jackson thing. We can't play Jackson in this lineup. You've got to play Benrahma, realistically. And then maybe we go Trips here. Or Shah. Tripp, Shah. Kudus, maybe. But I'd still fancy... I'd probably... yeah, it's Trips or Shah, isn't it? Charles, what would you do? Trips or Shah for the extra position? Tough call. Shah is good for a 60 usually, but Trips is 100 capable. Good points, he is. He is 100 capable. Yeah, and maybe the fact that Trips has been a bit hit or miss recently. Maybe he comes back from this international break nice and ready for a big game against Chelsea. That would probably be the second team then, Mohammed. Mixture from the Newcastle and... I mean, yeah, you're mixing West Ham, Newcastle in just two different ways, basically. You've got the Newcastle stack, obviously, in defence. And then, obviously, we've got the West Ham stack in the first instance. And, yeah, I think it gives... I like splitting it up. I think you're probably better off splitting it up than putting it all together in that sense. Like going all Newcastle or West Ham, in my opinion. Just because there might be quite a few, like, full stack teams. But yeah, you've got good collection bonus on them, so I wouldn't be too worried even if you want to do that. But like I just think you're mitigating risk a little bit more there, to be honest. So that's fun. Okay, just going back to and then you wanted All-Star Limited done. Okay, let's get into All-Star Limited, but that's excluding Challenger and Div 2 players. So can we somehow do that? Maybe. All seasons. All leagues. So we want champ. Can you choose? We'll just do all leagues. Yeah. So you don't want second division and you don't want challenger. Okay. Hopefully I can remember what's what. Thanks like the look of that, to be honest. Okay, Mohamed likes the look. I like to see that, mate. Happy you're happy. Okay, in goal then. Batala at home to Cordoba feels good. Can't play Matt Ryan. Lunin could be a shout. Lunin definitely could be a shout. Mamadashvili also could be a shout, but you might want to play him in under 23. Beak Bomb as well actually could be a decent shout. Okay. I think it probably has to be Lunin, honestly. Because is Kepa out, or am I just being stupid? I might be being... Yeah, okay, Lunin is down. Okay. Yeah, I'd probably go Lunin. And then in... You said no challenge. I just need to keep remembering you don't want no challenger or div 2 players. Okay. Sigali feels like a decent play. Alaba also feels like a decent play. He's 75% in. Okay. We probably have to do the defensive stack, don't we, really? Like, don't have to, but I just like the... I like the synergy. I'm a killer for... I'm a killer for that. Sarah, we can't play Sarah. Valverde, Cruz could be the play. Yeah, Cruz definitely is the play then. Cruz is 100% the play there for me. Keeping it Real Madrid based. Pavlidis we can't use. Barrios, Rodrigo. Mate, I'd potentially go, not for Real Madrid, but I'd definitely go. I'd go majority Real Madrid here and then add in maybe somebody else. Can't play Sugawara because he's challenger. Minans. I'd love to play Sarah, but he's second div, isn't he? So you don't want to play him. Sigali could be a decent shout, actually, because he's just a monster, isn't he? Normally a monster, but things have been a bit dodgy, actually, recently, so I don't like the look of that. Might have to go Valverde and just fucking go all Real Madrid. And just go all out Real Madrid and just hope for double decisives left, right, and centre. Which are very, 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 very capable of happening. I'd do something like that. Honestly, I just go full Real Madrid. Nothing else is really like... I don't know. I just can't see how Real Madrid don't get a decent result against Cadiz. They'll keep the ball. I assume they get a clean sheet. Yeah, Mohamed went full Real Madrid in his lineup. Mate, great minds think alike, mate. What can we say? So they're your lineup for me, Mohamed. I think I'm quite happy with those. Hope you are as well. So we'll send them over to you. Well, I mean, you've seen them, so you know you can kind of what to do with them. So yeah, well done, Mohamed. Well done. BitHorse is up next, the main man. Hope you are in the building. If not, that's fine. We've got a 240 rare lineup, so we're going into the rare divisions now, which will be fun. So 240, Cap 240 rare, then rare plus, then all-star rare. Okay. So rare 240 first for BitHorse. Let's get into it. So we've got Bizot, Baumann, and Berisha. Berisha feels like the best play there as far as fixtures, but Sassuolo are sneaky. Alfred, what's going on, mate? Hope you are doing super well. Just working our way through the lineups that we're looking to build. I think we've built maybe 4. This could be the 4th or 5th set of lineups we've built. So yeah, you'll be pretty soon, which is great. But yeah, okay. So in goal, Bizot away to Montpellier. All very similar cost-wise, so it's not something where it makes that much of a difference. Baumann has the lowest cost and probably the best fixture. So I think he'll slot in there nicely for us for now. In defence, we've got big Joaquim Anderson. But that probably means can't really spend our money too wisely if we do that. We've got Paulinho, Anderson. I don't like that. Schlotterbeck. Okay. Not in love with the defence, I can't lie. Bit horse. We've got Grifo, which we'll probably want to use elsewhere. He's probably not needed for 240, is he really? Olsen, Forsberg. Okay. Cesar Gelabert. What is Big Cesar's situation? Is he down to start? I know it's always a bit dodgy with him and them in general. He's 50-50, okay. Okay. Benez has a good fixture. I can't lie, that could be the play for now. But the thing is, like, Griffo's only 3 points more. I'm just checking Forsberg to see what his situation is saying. Away to Wolfsburg. Yeah, Forsberg probably doesn't play. Okay, so you got Olsen in there. Benez. I think Benez probably makes the cut, I would say. Silla away, but I don't really mind that, to be honest. And he's a low L15, so we'll throw him in. And we've got... Yeah, this becomes tough. What does Schlotterbeck? What can he offer us? We only need him to just not score below 36, basically, which a lot of the time he seems to enjoy doing. Miley. Joaquin Miley could be okay. But again, a very hit and miss player. Thing is, like... What today's? What's going on, mate? Thank you. Thank you for being here. How far down is Alfred on the list? Good question. I'll let you know now, mate. So we got Bithorse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you're one of the last ones, I'll be honest. You're like 6 away, Alfred. So if you want to pop out and come back maybe in half an hour or so, we might be a bit closer. But yeah, you are. You were 11th on the list and there was 12 on the list. So I think we're like at fifth now. So yeah, Mohammed said thanks for the help. No worries at all, mate. I really do appreciate you supporting the channel, and yeah, I hope those lineups do well for you. This is an issue here. Non-stick llama, what's going on, mate? Appreciate you showing your face. Yeah, doing well, Motordays. Doing well. Busy day, but it's how we like it. Yeah, hope you're well as well, mate. Okay, so in defense, this is not an issue, but definitely worrisome because I don't know. I just don't like. I don't know. I just worry. I do worry that the defense is going to let us down here. Schlotterbeck probably plays just because his cap is so low. He'd have to do a lot to F it up for us. And then we've got 50 points left then that we can spend on Miley, Darwin Matches, who just got an assist, didn't he, for his national team? Yeah. Yeah, we could go... Yeah, I don't know. I don't like going too forwards, honestly. I really don't. Could risk Cesar Gilbert, but again, I don't think it's worth it. I'd probably just go Joaquin Miley and probably captain Benez. That would be the 240 I would suggest. It's not an unbelievable team, if I'm being honest, but I think it has the potential to scrape a threshold, definitely. I don't think that's out of the realm at all. Okay, Rare Plus now then for Bithorse. What have we got going on then in Rare Plus? So, goalies, it's tough. It's tough. It's quite even, I would say, as far as L15 averages. Yeah, I'd probably go Berisha then. So we have Super Rares, obviously we can play here. So he's got a Brest. What was the other lineup he wanted? Sorry. Rare Plus and All-Star Rare. Okay, so if that's the case then, let's just go Bizot in here because I know he has Super Rares that he's going to want to play. And they look like the Brest boys. Up the Brest boys. So we've got, yeah, it looks like we've got 2 Super Rare. Okay, yeah, so that feels like what we have to do, kind of. We just got to pray that Brest get a clean sheet, basically. Is kind of how this looks. So you got Kenny Lala and Chardonnay. And then in midfield, I mean, if we want this to be the best team, Griffo has to play. Simple as that. And then as our forward option, why is Goodmanson down to potentially not play? What is the worry there with him? Let's have a little look at why Goodmanson. Who does he play for? Genoa, isn't it? Does he play for Genoa? Or am I just being stupid? I swear he does, doesn't he? He must be injured then. Yeah, he must be injured. Unless he plays. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this looks like a bit of a problem then up front because, yeah, we just don't have somebody that looks as nailed as we would like. So we're up against it, I can't lie. Kramaric, we don't have predicted lineups for them, but could Kramaric come on and get us a goal? Sub in the last 2 games isn't great. Before that, though, he's on fire. Was he injured? Yeah, he must have been injured. Okay, maybe we go Kramaric then. Hoping that he's sort of fit to play, which he should be. He's played the last 2 Croatian games. I would go something like that. Look, it's massively reliant on a Brest clean sheet. Obviously, Kramaric needs to be firing, and so does Griffo, but it's a decent team. Definitely a decent team. Okay, all-star rare then. Berisha. We've got Joachim Anderson picks himself. You've probably got to go Olsen, haven't you? As long as he's fit. If he's not, then you probably go elsewhere. The problem is here, I mean, it's not easy for Darwin Matches. You're going against the Real Madrid boys, but what can you do? There's not really too much else we can actually do there. And then you've probably got Raum, haven't you? Captain Anderson. Again, it's decent. I don't really see it doing a whole deal unless Matches can come up with a couple of goals against Real Madrid, which he very well could. But if he doesn't, then obviously you're up against it, aren't you? So, Bit Horse, those are my lineups for you, mate. Obviously, it doesn't need too much contemplation there just because we don't have that many options. So, yeah, that is kind of that for you. And then Chris, I know you were in first, Chris, and I'm going to be rewarding you with your loyalty, maybe, to the stream, we'll go with. Yeah, you're next, which is great. All-Star, Cap 240, Cap 220. Let's go. Hopefully we can do the 220 for you, mate. I don't know why it didn't work before, so hopefully it works. All-Star Limited to kick us off then. Okay, what have we got going on here then? David Soria at home to Almeria, feels good. Donnarumma plays against Monaco. Okay, Zlatan Blashwich. Sam Johnston, interesting. Ivan Pandor away to Heerenveen. Okay, decent options. Let's just check in defence what we got going on. Kim Min-jae away to Cologne. Liam Scales, Greg Taylor. Gabriel Sequay. Okay, decent players. Now, this feels like we need a Joe Hart, really. Didn't you have a Joe Hart, Chris? I swear you did. Feels like we need a Joe Hart in the building with those Celtic defenders. I can't not want to play Scales here. Jude's back full fitness. I mean, like, you kind of have to play Jude. You can't not play Jude here just because of his L15 so high. Soria feels like the play. Getafe are definitely capable of keeping a clean sheet 100%. And then up front, obviously you got Killian Friday night. Magnus Matsson's in there as well, obviously. You've got Matsson's forward card, which is interesting. Surely Mbappe scores against his ex-club. Come on. He did try to swap him for some older cards. Okay, fair enough. And then Kim Min-jae, Maatsen, Paqueta. Ooh. This is where... this is the most important pick, in my opinion. Like, why didn't Paqueta play for Brazil? Has he been, bombed from the squad? I think he's been bombed from the squad, hasn't he? Or do we trust Magnus Maatsen double forward? Oh, I guess you could go McGregor. But is that playing it safe? I feel like that's playing it a bit safe, isn't it? If we're being honest. Xavi Simons is in there as well. I kind of don't mind that either. I know it doesn't come up on the pick scores as nice, but Greg Taylor, Maatsen, Kim Min-jae. I mean, am I being stupid not playing Kim Min-jae? Let's have a look. I don't know. Am I being that stupid? Maybe. Yeah, maybe we are. Since the allegations, Paqueta hasn't been in. Fair enough. That makes sense. Right, let's play Kim and Jae in there. And I think we're going to have to captain Mbappe. Against his old club, he surely scores a couple. Okay, 240 next then. I believe. Yeah, 240 next. 240. What we got going on? Kelly Roos at home to Rangers, going to be tough. Blaswich, high L15. Sam Johnston feels like the play. So we're going to go in with Sam Johnston there, 240. Okay, in defense, what have we got going on here then? Seque's got a great fixture, so I am quite inclined to try and throw him into the mix. In midfield, Dirk Proper definitely has a decent game, but he's not been great recently, if I'm being honest. Solanke, you'd have to, well. Could we fit Maatsen in here then? What could we do to fit Maatsen into this lineup? Is there much we could do? I don't think there is really, is there? Like we're asking a lot for the rest of the boys. Okay, what about then? What about we go with Simons? 41 is tight, by the way. Really tight. What can we do with 41? We can't do anything. Well, we could go Max Aarons. Does Max Aarons play? I swear Max Aarons starts for Bournemouth, doesn't he? Away to Chef, you're not really going to get a better fixture. No, Adam Smith's in. Okay, so we can't play Max Aarons. Young Kuto. Okay, that can't really work then. So we need a cheaper midfielder then, basically. Not much cheaper, but definitely cheaper. Roman 5, Sanket. Could go Mark Roca. Roca could be the shout there. Kind of don't mind that. Leaves us 46 points. Again, we're not blessed with points there, but Proper's 47. Of course Proper's 47. Of course he is. Got Bobby. Could we play little Bobby in here? Doesn't seem to score very well. What's this guy saying? Any holes I need, you think? Well, right now, I would say an extra player, this L15 of 46, excuse me, is Vincent Janssen able to play? Is Janssen in? He's 50-50. Okay, that's not fun. Yeah, I mean, right now, Chris, I'm worried that... I'm not saying you don't... I mean, you could play... You could play this Vitaly Janelt fella. I mean, I kind of don't mind that, you know. What is his L5? 7.6. Yeah. I mean, all you want this team to do is obviously get the threshold. Like, we don't want it to go out and, you know, tear everything up. I don't think it has the capabilities of smashing, but, like, you know, we only just want to, I think realistically, just winning the threshold enough here, you know. So yeah, maybe I mean, it depends. Like, do we have to play Solanke? Could we go cheaper? We could go marginally cheaper. We could go with one of these guys, but I kind of think it doesn't really help us per se. It probably just hinders us. Yeah, I mean, you could just play that Brentford guy if we think he's going to play. Is he going to play against Arsenal? Is probably the question we need to ask ourselves. Well, he's not down to start, which is not fun, so I guess we can't play him. And then we're just left with this guy, who Doesn't seem to score great. Able to get decisive, though. I mean, yeah, I mean, he probably feels like the play. That would probably be it for me. Probably Captain Sequay. It's a decent team. Like, it's not going to set the world alight, but it's decent enough. Let's see if we can do this 220 for you, because it didn't work last time, Chris. Obviously, trying it with one of the other guys. So let's hope that it does work. Doesn't look like it is working again, does it? By the way, update common cards. Did you have in mind who you were going to use, Chris? Like for your common, because then I could just factor that in, if that makes sense, without having him in this build. Let me know let me know if you were going to play the Ramsdale. If you were playing Ramsdale, then that's obviously easy for me to just go in and pick the best next players type of thing. So I don't know if you know, but the Ramsdale's L15 of 0 right now. So there's no better goalie pick than him, I would say. So yeah, let me know if you were going to do that. If you were, then obviously I can just go ahead and just pick the best outfield players that you kind of have after that. So yeah, let me know, mate. Just because that would make things a lot easier. So I'm just going to go in and build what I would do with the extras. Ooh, Matson. Yeah, this is tasty. 51 left. No worries if it doesn't. Yeah, I would go with Ramsdale in goal, and then I would do something like this. Sanket. Will Fish. Okay. You could go Dirk Proper. You could just go with the... Yeah, Chris says it's the obvious. Yeah, I think it'd just be stupid not to. Like, why wouldn't you use... You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see why someone wouldn't really use him. Realistically. Is Matson the play out of those lot? Probably. Like, I'd say you have a little bit of a gap here as far as, you've got 51 points left for this 220 build. Yeah, you could use Dirk Proper, and I'm not saying he's a bad player. What's Will Fish? I think Will Fish has been scoring pretty well, hasn't he? Yeah, maybe Will Fish could be a play. I do fancy Dundee to score a couple, though, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe, you know what? Yeah, maybe you probably don't have a hole. Maybe you just go... I'd go Will Fish there. I'd probably captain... Oh, it's a tough one. I'd probably captain Matson, honestly. I would captain Matson. And obviously then play Ramsdale in goal would be what I would do for you there, mate, to be honest. Those are your lineups. I'll just screenshot them for you, just in case you want them to kind of look at in that sense. But yeah, that would be the play for me, mate. Okay, what we got going on next? We've got Jordan. I know you came in quite... well, yeah, you came in not too long ago. What we got here? Can you look at under 23, second division, all star, and cap 240? Of course I can, mate. So under 23, my bread and butter. Under 23, and then second div. Motadesi is going to use Ramsdale as well. Perfect. Yeah, well, if Motadesi, if you're still here, we'll definitely try and build that for you as well. At the end, okay. We've got some decent options here. Okay, you got red carded. Okay. And Dye is a very good scorer, isn't he? On his day, but been a little bit rough recently. Okay, maybe then Bright becomes the play. Yeah, Bright's the play. Two home players so far. Leopold fits in quite nicely there with the Hanover stack, and then we've got Musa Silla away to Saint Etienne. Jason Seca away to a team that I know concede a lot of goals. Oh yeah, this is tough actually. All 5 averages aren't great. Is Saka down to start? Because the team they're playing, I know for a fact, because I own one of their defenders, I know for a fact they concede a lot of goals. So I think Saka could be the play here if he was... Ooh, interesting. Saka is injured. Jason Saka is injured, so that's one to look out for. Okay. Silla then probably becomes my next best shout, I would say. For the new 220 limited, do you need new cards or can you have all old cards? Yeah, Jack, you can have all old cards. You can have whatever card you want, basically. The forward he was struggling with. Yeah, I think I would go with Silla, mate, to be honest. I mean, Saint Etienne haven't been as good recently with that, with their new keeper. Obviously, their old keeper was injured or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd fancy Silla to maybe do okay away to Saint Etienne. It's not a great fixture, but it's the best out of a bad bunch, I would say. Flores as well, but I don't know. Yeah, you could argue Flores is a decent shout, to be honest, but opposition score isn't very good, actually, against Racing for a forward, and it's okay, I guess, for a right sort of attacker. So yeah, I would probably go Silla there. Yeah, but Jack, just to answer your question, yeah, 220 limited, you don't need new cards. You can use whatever card you want. 1 common and then 4 limited for that. Okay, extra player. Yeah, this gets a little bit tricky. Does he play for Is it Cremonese? Cremonese? Cremonese. Are they in the 2nd division? Okay, so we don't have predicted lineups for them. Yeah, that must be. Yeah, that is 2nd division, isn't it? I mean, I can't see why this guy doesn't play. He got sent off for his national team, so he does love a yellow card, by the way, which is not ideal. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go with this guy. Just obviously, I don't follow their team, so you're gonna know more than me. I'd probably captain Leopold, but that would probably be my build. Extra player is letting you down slightly, I would say. It's a great matchup and stuff. I just don't know if he's going to play in that sense. Yeah, Jordan says he got sent off of Bulgaria. Yeah, so I'd probably go with that. It's not a bad team at all, to be honest. Forwards suspect, it's not easy. You are sort of up against it a little bit. Okay, 2nd Div Europe is going to look something like this. So we've got, some good home fixtures here for both these. Ron Robert and Benab. But the probability for the clean sheets are a lot higher here. But the XP here is massive. Was it cap 240 you wanted after this, wasn't it, Jord? Yeah. Okay, well, I'd probably play this guy here, and then I'd save Ron Robert for the for 240, just because he has such better XP. It's going to obviously, help you, no ends with getting the threshold there. Arbila has a great fixture. I'm an Arbila owner, so I'm quite happy to see him in there. Sorry. Lafont, let's have a look at their AA averages. Okay. This guy feels like the play, albeit away from home. Casper Del Nor, yeah. Arbila. Arbila's decent, by the way. Let's see what we got in midfield first. We've got Hanover. We've got double Hanover. Let's have a look here. Alexandra feels like the play there. And then up front, we've got a Fruth striker. Decent AA average. Okay. Seka's obviously still in there. I'd probably go with him. You can't really play him in 240 because his cap's probably a bit too high. Defense, yeah, you're probably going to go with this guy just because, again, cap's too high for 220. And then, yes, extra player season. Who do we go here? Arbila. Jordan Lafont. Let's have a look at this guy. Had a stinker last game, but that was expected. Yeah, he's pretty solid, actually. I'd probably say him. And then most decisive, capable. Might go with the forward, you know. Yeah, I'd probably go with him. Just because he's AA capable as well. Little 75 lineup strength scores. Not bad at all, by the way. Can't fault that. Okay, now I would then go with Ron Roberts in here. I would then... I guess you could stack, but... Yeah, I guess you could. You could go Phil Narman. If he's down to play. Is Big Phil down to play? Yeah, he is. Yeah, let's go with the defensive stack then. I don't know if we're going to have the points for it, though. We might have to... yeah, sort of pull back on that shout. Jen Sage, he's been scoring very well. Okay, centre mid. Okay. Is he down to play for Werder Bremen? Let's have a little look. Just because his cap's quite low and I don't mind. I don't mind that. Home to Leverkusen, no. Yeah, he is down to play. Not a great fixture, though, is it, at all? Great XP. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong guy there. Maybe this guy's the play then. Plays striker sometimes. Okay, so his scores are quite up and down. Is he down to play? Let's have a little butchers. So, who is it? What was that guy's name? Fabian Krunz. Okay, are you playing centre mid? Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think we're going to have... That's the problem. I just don't think we're going to have the... maybe we do. Maybe we do. We need 41 left. Do we have the minerals? Could go Rudy Camacho. I don't mind that. That's actually a really decent team. Jordan, that's actually a really decent 240 team, I can't lie. I don't mind that at all. Obviously, basically full Hanover stack. Like most of your fixtures are at home. Out of 15 players there, what's that? 12 of them are at home. I know a lot of them play the same game in that sense, but I kind of don't mind that at all, you know. I'll just screenshot that for you, Jordan. Decent lineups, mate. Genuinely now. They've got a decent chance. They've got a decent chance. Me, SSV up next. What have we got going on here? We've got All-Star, 240, and then 220 limited. Let's... All-Star limited. Let's have a look what we can do. We're slowly getting there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 more to get through. And then we'll be cracking. No worries at all, Jordan. My pleasure, mate. Okay, All-Star limited. Pandor, Morris, Providel feels like the play there. Away to Salernitana. Okay, Chanot away. Bart, Sequay. Yeah, he feels like the play. Let's have a look. Chanot's been really, really good recently. Really good. Let's just check the Austrian fixtures. Just in case. Yeah, that feels like... You got Tom Hay. Okay, Desart. Barrero. Yeah, Tom Hay probably has to come in there for us. Home to Fortuna, you'd have to fancy him there. Dominic Fitz, is he back? Is Dom fit? Back in action? Is the next question for us all. Who's he playing for? Okay. He's at 70%. Interesting. I know this guy plays for Magdeburg, which I don't mind at all. Joselu as well. Oh, I'd fancy him. The team they're playing against just concede goals for fun, by the way, and they're probably classy. That would be my All-Star Limited for you, me. And then it's 240. 240 next. Okay, in goal, Morris Pandor. It's tough because is Weissen back, by the way? Obviously, he had that horrific knee to his head, didn't he? He's at 70%. Okay. Morris, I mean, you'll probably be semi-busy, but I think Weissen has to be the play. If we're saying he starts. We've got Kohut, who's been pretty decent. Low L40 as well. But I think Sequay probably kicks us on a little bit there. What have we got up front first? Let's get the striker out of the way. Striker's always the hardest to get right. Omar is on fire, according to his L5. Yeah, he is on fire. Okay. Let's take advantage of that then. Well, I say that. It doesn't really give us too much breathing space, does it? For our midfielders. Badu and Dai, what is he saying? Coming to the side recently, has done well. Okay. He could be a play, but if we do play him, what happens to... Okay, we have 50 left, yeah. Let's see if he is actually on to start, though, first. We've got Turkey. Who does he play for? Papa and Dai, there he is. That's good enough for me. And then we've got 50 left over to get ourselves Cordoba. Halalovic could be a decent play. Zion. Do we risk Zion? Yeah, you know what? We're going to go Zion. Let's do it. I'd captain Sequay. Decent 240 lineup, by the way. Very decent. Very, very decent me. Sorry, I just sneezed, so hopefully you didn't hear that. I assumed I muted my mic in time, but if I didn't, I am very, very sorry. Jonathan, you are up next, by the way, so we'll get to that very soon. Oh, I can see. That's so weird. I can see his common cards. Why can I see his common cards? But I couldn't see anyone else's. That's so strange. Very, very weird. Okay. Okie dokie. That kind of, yeah, kicks us on then a little bit. So he has the Ramsdale. Surely we have to do the Ramsdale. Like, I don't see another world where why we wouldn't use the Ramsdale glitch in the Matrix. Okay, Chanot is probably going to be our defender. I think he's been on fire recently. Desart. Let's get rid of... I don't even want to look at commons, to be honest, just because we don't really need to. Fitz. He's decent. He's definitely decent. Fitz, though, back from injury. Mitoma. Cordoba. Kicked on last game, but that was against a very, very easy opposition. I think it probably has to be him. Leaves us with 44 left, which is honestly not that much. Hopefully we can still do something here. Jonathan says, I'll be laughing so hard if Ramsey gets an error to go. Well, yeah. But even still, he still scores more than 0, probably. Even with an error led to goal, right? I know that, if he gets red carded or whatever, something's probably going to go wrong, isn't it? But it's the play. Like, I just don't see how you can't really utilize it, I don't think. Kohut, Siopis. We can't play Siopis. Joselu. Could Joselu be the play? And go double forward? It's either that or we go... Kohut. Yeah, I think we're going to go Joselu, I do that. Captain Desart. 75 lineup strength score, by the way. Is quite decent. That is not bad at all. I don't think. Okay, Jonathan, it is your season. It is Jonathan's season. Okay. Under 23, first of all, 240, 270. Perfect. To be top 100 or so, you need him to score 50, in my opinion. You need a lot more than 300 points in a good month long. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you do. Definitely. I think that's possible if you get your captain right as well. I think that's definitely possible. Okay, goalkeeper time. It's tough. Mamardashvili and Philip Jorgensen both have quite similar games, I would say. Celta Vigo seem to score goals. Celta Vigo, they're still scoring in every game, basically. Maybe not these ones, but... and Osasuna are scoring in games as well. I think Mamardashvili probably is the play. You got Kaz, Guth, Hariel, Alfonso. What's going on, Bit Horse? You're late, but that's fine. We did do your lineups, Bit Horse. If you rewind a little bit, maybe 10, 15 minutes ago, we did get to we did do your lineups, mate. So I've screenshotted them as well if you need to see the screenshot. So yeah, defenders, Jonathan, I'm not in love with. I can't lie. It could be Bart's season, maybe. I'm not really in love with any of these. Like Kaz hasn't been doing it, hence the L15. I mean, Davies, obviously, but, do you trust him right now? If we're looking at the last games, he's not really trustworthy, is he? But that probably screams he's going to score very well for some reason. So, I don't know. It's an interesting one. Nobody's, standing out like a sore thumb, I got to be honest. But, you can't not back Davies in a weird way. I don't think. I think you kind of have to, because he could just get an assist and a clean sheet and you're at 70, That's just how I kind of feel about that. Barriel and Batarina feel like the plays here, unless there's another forward I'd like to play, but I don't think there will be. Plata, Jackal for me. Yeah, I was going to say him as well. Well, okay, we'll go with Jackal then. He's been scoring, okay. I get it. I get the Davis situation. Okay, Plata. I can't trust Kulu, I can't lie. Xerxes been scoring goals, by the way. Xerxes on a good run of form. They play at home to Torino. Brennan as well. So Plata's playing away from home. I'm reading into that. Let me get Barry Allen here because I definitely want to play Barry Allen here. I don't want to do anything else. It's just getting this forward right. I don't want to go Kulu. Hayosa, maybe. Because if anyone's going to score for Raysol, it's probably going to be him, isn't it? Realistically. Davidashvili. I think you go I don't know. It's either Xerxes or Plata. I'd go Xerxes. I'd back him, you know. I'd probably go Barry Al captain. That would probably be the play for me. It's Xerxes or Plata, I would say. Yeah, Xerxes or Plata for me. Okay, Ronau. Sillison. Ooh, Sillison's got a very nice L15, hasn't he? Xander. Ooh, also very nice. You might have to go Xander here. Fixture-wise, you probably got to go Xander. Obviously, we've got other ones down here, but... Might change. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I love the Captain Plata thing. I just think he lacks... Like, he probably gets a DA, but I think Barriel's so capable of getting, like, 35, 40 AA if he's really on it. Never mind a decisive, you know? So, like, that's always my thinking. Like, I need a play that's going to offer me both. You could also Captain Batterine, I would say, but... I don't know if I trust him as much as I do Barriel, really. But, yeah, it's not too much in it. Yeah, with this goalkeeper shout, I mean, Xander has the best chance of a clean sheet. But then you could argue, I know you want to play Rono in 220, don't you? Jonathan, are you doing the Ramsdale glitch, or are you going to play Rono instead in 220? Let me know. Just because that might change things here for me as far as who to pick. But then you've got Silison as well, who... It's not an easy matchup against Go Ahead. I'm going to go with Xander for now because I think you might play Rono in 220. Excuse me. Okay, what can we do here then? Let's have a look at what we got going on. Cancelo, Blind, Vertonghen could be a decent play. Rono for him. Okay, that's fine. Tino Livramento, Charlie says. Chanot could be a decent play. 57 L15. I'll play the team I sent you yesterday. Okay, no worries. Let me just have a look at exactly what you sent me. I think that was today. Yeah, you sent me that today, by the way. Yeah, it was today. That's fine. Okay, yeah. Well, let's have a look at midfield first. Let me venture over to midfield. See what we got going on here. Goodmanson, Pereira, okay. Cabba, George Saville. Feels like a decent play. You got two of him. Paqueta, Dirk Proper, Zion. I mean, Matson. Okay. Okay. Is Tavson that nailed on? That was a very long day. You know what? Do we fancy Brennan in here? What do you think about Zahavi? Are we thinking he plays? Because I kind of don't mind that if he plays. 52 L15. It's not a ton. Like, I feel like I can probably spend that and not worry too much. Let me know. I know he's 7. I think you've put him at 70%, haven't you? On Sharper. Jamal Lewis. No. Dedic. Potentially go Dedic here. I kind of don't mind. Zahavi should play, yeah. Bellerin. I'm not in love with the defender option. I'm trying to make it quite cheap in that sense, just because then it gives us a bit more room then for our midfielders who are a little bit more punchy. You know, I'd fancy Dedic to outscore his L15 of 44 at home to Hartberg, surely. Is it Hartberg they play or whoever they play? Yeah, midfield is Paqueta, Cruz. It's just, can we afford to to play someone that punchy. I don't think we can. I think it has to be more like lower 50s, I would say. Rusnak. Rusnak could be a good shout. We could go Rusnak and Fleming. I know we've got 53, so we can spend actually a little bit more. I think Fleming and Rusnak could be the play, you know. I really like that, to be honest. Furuhashi, nah. I like this. And I'd probably captain Rusnak. It's a tough game against LAFC, but I'd fancy him. It's a very good lineup strength score as well. That'd be my my team for you there. Okay. 270 then. Is it 270 you wanted next, wasn't it? Yeah, 270. Okay, so we've got a little bit more breathing room here. What have we got up here then? So, good fixture for Kim. I went in here with Sillison, Vertonghen, Matson, Becker, and Saville, but I do like the team you built. We'll give it some thinking. Yeah, I don't know if... I don't mind Vertonghen. I don't mind Matson, obviously, and Sillison. I don't know if I like the Becker and Saville shout. I definitely don't love the Saville shout. Becker's okay. The Saville feels like... He's been okay, but like he's not as punchy as like a Fleming and whoever else we played. Who do we play? And Rusnak. Rusnak's punchy. But yeah, I'm not opposed to what... I'm definitely not opposed to the Matson situation. I don't think Sillison keeps a clean sheet, if I'm being honest. I really, really don't. I know he has a low L15, so it doesn't really matter too much. But, like, I think that's a tough game against Go Ahead, genuinely. I don't think it's that easy at all. Okay, goalkeeper here then. It feels like Kim's the player. I know he has a very hell L15. Ralph says, hey, Harry... And chat, any chance you can squeeze in my lineups in again? Yeah, Ralph, of course. Have you put your name down in the Discord? Let me know if you have, Ralph. If you've not, that's fine. Just let me know the 3 lineups you want built, and we'll obviously get those done for you. But yeah, if you haven't done it, that's fine. Like I said, just let me know the 3 lineups you want built. But yeah, of course we can squeeze them in, mate. 100%. 100%. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I think it's I don't know. The L15 is very high on Kim, which does put me off a little bit. Peacock Farrell. Yeah, silly we're not keeper cleaner. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I can't lie. I do agree with that. Let's just see how this looks then with Kim in goal. Virgil. The problem is, like, I just can't spend 63 points on a goalkeeper. I can't do it, lads, genuinely. I think we go Philip here. I'm throwing Philip into the mix. I just can't bring myself to spend that on him. I'd go Vertonghen in here. Luke, what's going on, mate? Thank you for joining us. Really do appreciate it. Really, really do appreciate it. Kingsley... I haven't been using Discord, just working a lot. I'm feeling the Prem special one, under 23, of course, and if possible, I'm kind of stuck in what to go after that. But I want another lineup. Yeah, no worries, Ralph. Let me know your gallery name again, and we'll definitely get to you as and when we can. But 100%, mate, we'll get that sorted. Don't worry about that. Yeah, 100%, Ralph. We'll definitely judge what we can do with the last lineup. 100%, mate. Okay, up front, what do we do here? Zahavi, we could go Plata again. Not again, but we could go Plata. Cunha, don't mind it. Becker, maybe. What is Muller starting? Rizal Sorare. Yeah, no worries at all, mate. We'll definitely get that sorted for you. Muller's at 90%. Surely we go Muller there. That leaves us with loads of L15 left. Well, not loads, but 58's enough. I think we can get Paqueta in there then, yeah? Yeah, we can. I like that. I think that's decent. It's not unbelievable, but it's very, very good. Kroos, Paqueta, Muller, Vertonghen, Jorgensen. I just can't, I can't spend too much on the goalkeeper. But it's a decent matchup for Villarreal. It's not unbelievable, but it's definitely good enough. Jonathan, that would be what I would go with, mate. Well, ish. Obviously, I'm sure you're going to change it up a little bit and definitely be my guest. But those are decent lineups. All at home for Cap 240 and under 23. 270s away, but they're still very favourable fixtures in all three of those aways. So yeah, I don't think you can go too far wrong there. W Alex. It's W Alex time. Cap 240 rare is what we're going to get into first for him. If you're here, mate, what's going on? Hope you're all well. And then we've got 220 rare and then All-Star Limited without Prem players because I'm using them in Winter Comp. No worries at all. Okay, 240 rare. Thanks, Harry. No worries at all. No worries at all, Jonathan. Absolute pleasure, mate. Appreciate you supporting the channel as always, as all of you do. Honestly, it just means an incredible amount to me, genuinely. Okay, so we've got Dimitar Mitov, who must play for St. Johnstone. And then we've got David Marshall, who, is he on to start for? Oh, bless me. Sneezed again. I don't know where this sneezing attack is coming from, but I'm not too happy about it. Okay, so no lineups for Hibernian. Al, I don't know if you know any more than me, but I assume Marshall plays, just because I know he's, I don't know, he always feels like he's injured now and again, but let's go Marshall in goal then. Lower L15 as well, which always helps. I'm sure we can do some stacking as well with Will Fish. Feels like the play just off the bat, just with the synergy there. Kapue, Shinny. Okay, Newell, Parejo. Let's see if we got up front first. We've still got a decent amount of L15 to spend. Bruce away to St. Mirren. I feel like we want to play him in 220 though, potentially. Let's see if we can afford to do... Could we do a full Hib stack? Or maybe like a semi-full Hib stack? What's 43 points get us here? 42 gets us Alberto Moreno. Could go Shinny. Little Andrew Shinny. Scores aren't great, but we'd only be using... Yeah. Hearts are better. Hearts are probably better. I'm not here to dispute that, Cameron. Yeah, I don't know about this extra position. Feels quite weak. Or weaker. What about if we go... Do we have 44 left over? Don't think we do we? No, we don't. We don't have that left over. Can we then go Kapue? We've got 48 left over. Surely we can get someone in then. Yeah, we could. How does Villarreal look as far as their team? Cunha's at 70, Albiol. Okay. Well, then I'm kind of forced to want to do that. Probably captain Will. Well, yeah, I'd probably captain Fish. And go with something like that for 240 and then 220. For 220, it would be something. What have we got in goal first? Like, do we want to use our goalkeeper as the limited, or do we want to do something else? I mean, we only have... And then All-Star Limited. Like, what I'm saying is, what is the best player we have here? Is it somebody in Limited? I assume it's going to be. I assume it's going, like, yeah, Van Dijk, like, someone like Anderson. Well, no, someone like Sugawara is probably what we want to build around, I would say. Like, problem is, obviously, we're not going to have the L15 for it, are we? Is the issue. Yeah, this probably doesn't work, does it? Iosi Perez. Yeah, this could become... Okay, he's been doing very well, actually, recently. Okay. Yeah, this is not an issue, but definitely a talking point. Like, is Bruce Anderson going to do anything away to Hart? Probably not. That leaves us with that. Yeah, this is not easy. This is definitely not easy. Because, like... If it's a limited goalkeeper, I'll stick the remaining in cap 270, but I don't mind using... Yeah. I mean, it's not even that... Yeah. I don't know. Luke says, could you also try mine? Yeah, of course, Luke. My gallery is only under 23 focus. Brilliant. I love that. Just 3 lineups under 23 super rare, rare plus, and under 23 rare. My name is Luke. Yeah, 100%, mate. We'll definitely get that done as well. After I just go through the Discord ones, and then obviously we'll get yours and Ralph's built. But yeah, I don't know what to do here. This is actually a tricky one. Very tricky. Shamal George has the lowest L15. I'm tempted to do that, and then it's a case of playing the rest of the boys. No worries at all, Luke. No worries at all, mate. Like Lewis Miller. Hmm. 47 points left for the extra player, but like we can't even... I'll be honest, we're just up against it a little bit here. We are definitely up against it. But it is what it is. I mean, you know, it's a lineup. I'd probably just go Bruce Anderson and hope he scores. Like, there's not much else really we can do. Obviously, I'd like to play Joe Newell somewhere, but again, I don't think we have... We just can't really do it, can we? And Parejo. Like, you have good players elsewhere. It's very hard if you don't... Yeah, it's just hard. It's not easy to fit it all in that sense. Is there anything we can do in defense? Like, we can't really change much here, can we? I guess we could go Penrice, and then we could... If you think this is better as far as... Like that. That's a bit better. I'd say that is a little bit better. Then this All-Star Limited you wanted, wasn't it? Yeah. All-Star Limited then. Let's go. But yeah, that's a tough one. Al, that is a tough one there. Limited options, but it is what it is. What can we really do? Okay, Matt Ryan. Does he pick himself? Yeah, I can't see how Volendam scored there. Sugawara then fills in nicely there for us. Midfield. Ooh, okay. Classy feels like the play. Romans away to any say. Yeah, you got to go Classy, haven't you? Stick with the AZ, boys. I think you'll do pretty well there. I don't mind Mayoshi here, actually. Decent shout. Penrice can get a DA sometimes. I could get a DA sometimes. I'm joking. Danny Rabber, maybe? Yeah, Danny Rabber's on fire right now. Okay. Danny Rabber, Van Brederode, but he hasn't been firing. Oh, surely we go. Yeah, we got to go Branthwaite. You got to. And then extra player probably becomes Anderson. That's a decent team, by the way. That is a decent team. Mate, they're actually okay. Like, 68, 60, 78 lineup strength scores. They're decent. I think you've got a decent chance of getting that cap 240. The 220's up against it, but it's long form, obviously. It is what it is. All-Star Limited's got a great chance, obviously, if AZ turn up. So, yeah. I'll hope you like those lineups. And obviously, if you want to change them, you change them. I'm not telling you have to play this lineup, but yeah. Okay, Donny 19. David, if you're in the building, what's going on, mate? We've got Premier League Winter Special Super Rare. Ooh, this will be fun. Let's build this. Cap 220 Super Rare. And then Cap 240 Super Rare. Okay. I'm buzzing for this. Anderson is in Winter Comp. Oh, did I kill you? Did I kill you, Al? As far as... Okay, that's fine. We can get rid of Anderson. That's fine. It's not a big deal. I didn't know what you meant then, but yeah, no, that makes sense. I'd just probably go Philip Romans if that was the case. I'd probably do that. I'd probably go with that then, mate. If you want to obviously play Anderson elsewhere, which I don't blame you at all. Don't blame you at all. Okay, this will be fun. Let's do the winter comp then. So, we've got Neto, who apparently has an ankle injury, but I don't know how true that is. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. He's 85%. Okay, looks good, Alex says. Love to hear it, mate. Wish you all the best, mate. Okay, so better in goal. We need... I mean, we kind of have to go double defensive stack, no? With Senese. Yeah, 75. But that other guy is at 80%. What is his L15? Yeah, okay. And then in midfield, Doucouré, Billin, Tavernier. How's Tavernier been scoring? Pretty decent. Okay. Have to fancy Tavernier against this lot. And then yeah, you've got loads of the L15 left, by the way. Doucouré, Edouard. Is there more we can do here? We could potentially go Zuma and sort of max out what we can kind of build, because we have 270 points, don't we? I think Doucouré, I still think that probably makes most sense. And then Billin, I'd be tempted to go Edouard and just look for those double decisives, but then that might hinder. Will that hinder? Maybe. I'm just thinking, will that hinder 220 and 240 if we go? Yeah, might. Let's just go with a non. Let's do that. I would go with something like that. And then in 220 super rare, what's the play here then? So is it a super rare keeper or is it a rare keeper? It's probably a super rare keeper, isn't it? And then a rare outfielder. I don't know who that rare outfielder is going to be yet. Yeah, we've got Yeah, you can use 3 2023 cards, right? I've got 1, 2, 3 there. Is that right? Jack says, I fancy Palace, Eze and Olise back together. Surely a few goals, yeah? I'm not against that at all. But yeah, Jack, Nessert, I've used 3 2023 cards there. That's fine, I think. I think you need 3 in the Super Rare, I believe. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, I'm just worried about the forward option here then. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to use 1 rare here, but none of these rares are... They're all like Motherwell players who are playing Celtic, which obviously isn't ideal at all. My mistake, thought it was 4. No worries, Jack. No worries at all, mate. I think it's 3 in rare and super rare, potentially. And then 4 in, 4 in limited. Okay, yeah, I don't love this. Just the rare's going to let us down here, I'm being honest. The rare's definitely going to let us down. But do we let it? We can't leave our goalkeeper in the mud, can we? What could Dan Casey do against Celtic? Got an assist away. You don't have to use a rare. Good point. Good flipping point, Jack. Yeah, you know what? You've saved me there big time. I don't really want to use one if I'm being honest. Okay, so 220. We could probably go with Silerson. And then in defense, got some good options here actually. Joe Rodon's a very good option. Very good option. I don't mind that. Let's see if we can... the problem is, yeah, we're kind of spunking too much there, aren't we? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself there, lads. Sorry. Yeah, let's go Senese, just because of his low cap, which then should relieve some pressure for us now. So we could get into Veritao. Some good players here. Philip Billin. Alexandra? What's this guy saying? Okay, he is decent, by the way. Savil's decent as well, though, isn't he? Let's go Alexander there. Up front, I'd probably go Edouard. Or Shivas, actually. Well, I say that, but he does have a tough fixture. Edouard, it leaves us 50 points. Philip Linehart's just outside of the budget. Burgess, Doucouré. Saville? Is Saville the play? Potentially, yeah. I'd probably say Saville's the play there. Can we improve our defense at all? No. Midfield? Maybe. We could go... no, we couldn't. We got, what's that, 58 points. Now, you know what? I'm quite happy with that. And then 240. Cap 240 would be... Cap's high, but let's see if we can make this work. I don't know if we're going to be able to, but let's just see. Might be a struggle. It might be pretty tough, but... Oh, this guy's a bit of a beast. Are we missing out on using him? If we use Semenyo as our striker... Yeah, it probably still means we're running really low, doesn't it? Like, nobody's out 15 of 30, are they? Or are they? No. Okay. Chris Wood... Oh, no, that doesn't make sense. I can't leave this guy out. This guy seems like a beast. But where do we fit him in? I don't know where he fits in. Unless we don't go with Wallason and we go with Bolat. That could be the play, actually. And just hope that guy absolutely smashes this guy. 39, can we make it work? No, we can't. Unless we think Chris Wood plays, which he might actually. Because Awumni's out, isn't he? Where's the Forest Liner? There is. Yeah, Chris Wood's on. Lads, I'm doing it. We can't go double forward, can we? I want to do that. But what about if we go Chris Wood up front? 42. Doesn't really change too much, does it? Semenyo's not really even that nailed. Could get rid of Linehart and get someone cheaper in defense, but nobody's cheap, if I'm being honest. Maybe we just can't use this guy, lads. I've just come to the conclusion of I want to really use him, but it doesn't look like we can, unfortunately. Could use Verital, maybe. He's been scoring very well. I love these intricate sort of dilemmas that you kind of have to go through as a Sorare player. Okay, got bum there, but does score goals. He's like a forward that plays in midfield. Who do we go as our midfielder? 50 points. Can we do something now? Yes, we could go Burgess. Is he down to start is the worry. Yeah, he is down to start. Something like that. Would probably be what I want to do. I'd love to play that other guy we had, though, but it doesn't look like we can do that, unfortunately. Yeah, that would be what I would probably go with. It's a decent lineup. A decent set of lineups. We're nearly all the way through, lads. Don't worry. I will be getting to all of you. 2 more in the Discord and then 2 more in the... and then 2 more in the chat, and then we'll be done, lads. So appreciate all you guys sticking around to watch and stuff. Honestly, means a lot to me. So we've got Alfred's All-Star Rare Pro, Prem Rare, and then 240 Rare. Okay. I guess the Prem Rare, doesn't that kind of mean like what I'm trying to say here is, you know, we can't use certain cards, right? Because otherwise it's going to mess up other things. But okay, that's fine. Well, we got super wise, so it's Missick, Pedro Porro, Gabriel, Jesus. Okay. We done the Prem team. Okay. What was the Prem team? Just so we can get it in already. Let me know the Prem team just so we can get it in. So you know, I can kind of remove it from my thoughts. Wasn't it Martinez? I think I remember. Oh no, wasn't it Ram? I can't remember what we did. What did we do? Alfred. Let me know just so we can get that done. Yeah, let me know the 5 just so we can get that all sorted. Oh, well. Yeah, let's see what you've gone for. Sorry, mate. Bithorse has realised he needs to reshuffle his club, so can't wait to have a look. Love that. So he's gone for Pickford, Tark, Rice, McNeil, Tavernier. Yeah, I don't mind that. Captain, who you captain? Rice? I guess it doesn't really matter for now, but okay. Just so we have that in, so we can't pick them for the All-Star Rare Plus. And then, okay, so what we got going on here? Ramsdale, you wanted 240 as well, didn't you? Yeah, we've got to use Ramsdale in 240. We can't use Ramsdale here. Sorry. So, Emiliano or Sarr? Ooh, it's tough. Sarr's got a better chance of the cleanie. Definitely. Yeah, Captain Rice Rice Baby, love to see it. I've got to go Porro as my captain, Missick as my captain, as my defender. I'm just worried about Sarr. Like, I don't know if... yeah, we'll go Jose Sarr. Emi Marti... I don't know. I actually don't know. It's tough. It's really tough. I don't know. I'm going for it. Sorry, I have to do it. Hurricane up front. And then there's our extra player. Ooh, it's got to be Sarah, hasn't it? At home to QPR. That's an obvious one, surely. Yeah, we're doing it, lads. I'd probably captain him as well. Well, do we captain him or Kane? Kane's always captain worthy, isn't he? He just bags. You've got to play Kane captain. I know his AA won't be unbelievable, but like, you've just got to do it. Because he could just rock up like 4 DAs and then you're just laughing on you. Okay, Ramsdale in goal is a no-brainer. Means we can do whatever we like now. Zinchenko, Big H. Alfred says, Martinez and Porro in the same team doesn't sit well. I currently got them in kickoff super. So who have you got? Are you playing Gabriel, are you? Mate, Gabriel Mangala just doesn't score that well. I gotta be honest. I'm just not having him. Pedro Porro is definitely the play. 100%. I'm sorry to say. But that is yeah, that's a no-brainer for me. Does Zinni play? Does Zinni play for Arsenal? 70%. Or we go with Big H. Big Fridgehead or Slabhead, whatever we're going to call him. Yeah. He's at 70 as well, by the way. Okay. Let's go with Zinni then. I don't know. No, we'll go H. Bruno. Mbuemo against... We can't go Mbuemo, can we? Livaja and then... Zinni again, like... Probably go something like that. It's not unbelievable, but it is unbelievable because you have Ramsdale and you've only, you've used 224 points of that. Like, that should hit the threshold in my eyes. I can't see how you don't think Porro's the play here personally, over Gabriel. So yeah, that would be my 3 lineups for you. Alfred FC. Okay, we've got our last one in the Discord. Then we've got and then we've got both yeah, both lineups for the chat, and then we'll probably be out of here, lads. We've been going for just over 2 hours, to be fair, which is a good little stream. And what did Jack want? Jack wanted 220 rare. Okay, prioritizing that first. I like it. Under 23 limited and cap 240 limited. Okay. So, what do we do here? Do we go with a limited goalie, or do we have a really good... Well, I guess we kind of have to, right? Yeah, we kind of have to. We don't have a choice, I don't think. Okay. No worries at all, Alfred. I just like the goalkeeper and defender double up. Yeah, but you can't do... Like, where you playing Ramsdale? You don't want to play Ramsdale in 240? Surely you play him in 240. You have to. With that cap 240 of... with an L15 of 0. Surely to God. Surely, mate. Okay, Chanot in defense. Ivan Heel's a bit of a worry right now as far as is he going to play or not. So Jan Gubo's 90%, so he will be straight in our basket. And then Caceres up front. Might have to be Big Cass, you know. Yeah, Cass. Then we've got 35 buckaroonies to spend on a goalie, and that probably goes to him. Chanot captain. Boom. There's 220 rare done for you, mate. It's a decent team. Not bad at all. If I'm being honest. Under 23 limited comes next. And then cap 240 limited. Okay, under 23 limited time. So, we've got... Ooh, interesting. Miranda's are not great. We've got to go Mamadashvili there, I think. Okay. Definitely Pedro Porro for me. Ooh, Olise. Is Olise back? Is Olise back? If he is, then what? He is, yeah. I didn't mean to do that. But Sven's got a great fixture as well. Let's do Olise now, and then we'll go... Ooh, Savio for me. And then Olise. I'd probably go as far as saying... sorry, and then Sven. I'd probably say... Probably got a captain Sven. It's the best fixture. Highly doubt it's possible, but I saw Fabrizio tweet today Arsenal have decided to seal the buy option for Raya. Be a few upset managers should mean he can play this weekend. Oh, is that actually true, James? Like, genuinely now. I hope you're taking the piss. That would be mental if that's true. Like, actually nuts. Okay, goalkeeper. Let's go Ramon Juan. Eric Garcia. Carlos Neva. Wolfie. Could be Wolfie season, I think, at AZ. Let's have a look. Yeah, probably is Wolfie season. Let's go Wolfie. And then Bentancur. Ooh. Don't mind that. Morata. And then problem is we can't really take advantage. Thinking AZ will smash. Yeah, I think AZ will probably smash. Very true. Brentford had to accept due to FFP. Ooh, okay. Wow. Well, that definitely changes things. That definitely changes things. Yeah, here's an interesting one. Van Bredero's not even down to start. Griffin Yao's been actually quite decent. Simon Adringa. Problem is we can't even take advantage of of the whole cap 240, if that makes sense. Or I'm not totally in love with this lineup. You're missing a decent midfielder, I would say. Well, Bentancur is a very good midfielder, don't get me wrong. Mikey says the 27 mil buy option will be triggered in 2024. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do here for this extra player. Eric. Does Eric have a decent game against Bilbao? Potentially. Not much upside, though. Adringa could just pop off a little bit, couldn't he? He has been very good recently. I don't love going two forwards in a cap 240, but with what the options are showing me here, I'm kind of left with no choice. So I think we're going to go with that. We'll captain Bentancur. Yeah, I sold a lot. I have some ETH to work with as well. If you have a good recommendation to go out and buy. I mean, you know what? I'm a little bit like you don't need to go out and buy someone, but I don't know. You kind of do in a way. For that extra position. Bentancur is a great player, and I think he is going to play this weekend, it looks like, so it's fine. But you can't really take advantage of that 23 too much because you just don't have too much in this extra position. Morata's a good play. Wolf's a good play. Juan, decent play. But I think you could really get a smash it in here instead of Adringa. I mean, pick who you want in that sense. You've got 75 L15 to play with, really. I mean, you don't have to get somebody that sort of high of an L15, but someone in 55 to 60 range maybe. I can't think of someone off the top of my head right now, but someone like maybe Magnus Matson. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of somebody to maybe fit in there. But Jack, those are my lineups for you, mate. Wish you all the best this weekend. And then now we're going to get into the two that we had in the Discord. Ralph, you being the first one. Thank you for your patience, mate. We've got Rizzle Sorare and Ralph wants. I've not been Prem Special, under 23, of course, and if possible, what to go with after that. Is it Reos or I can't remember if it's rare. No, it's limited, isn't it? Okay, so Prem time. Onana or Bart? I think Onana has to play there. And then, so that's one under 20. We need four 2023 cards, don't we, basically? We've got Victor Lindelof, Maguire, Pau Torres. Got some decent players here. Højbjerg, McTominay, Sarr, Caicedo. Does McSauce play for United this weekend? Surely. Surely he does. McSauce is down to play. Wan-Bissaka is as well. I'd probably go McSauce. I'd then go Wan-Bissaka, I would say. And then up front, Rashi Kulu. Rashi's just not it right now, is he? He's just not firing. Diaby away to Tottenham. Maybe. Kulu. I just don't know if... maybe he does. Kulu. And then, what have we got going on here? Luke Shaw. Fabian Schär's always good for a decent score, isn't he? Probably something like that. That would be my Prem team for you. I'm not in love with the Kulu shout, I'll be honest. I'm really not. If you don't want to go Kulu, I would go Rashford. I don't fancy Diaby personally. But, watch him go score now. But yeah, Kulu, I would say, is probably the best bet for now. And then under 23 after that, you said. And then you're stuck with what to do, which is fine. Okay, we've got a lot of options here. Mamardashvili, Tobias Lowell feels like the best clean sheet probability from what I'm seeing there. Celentano, interesting. You've got some good choices here, actually. Very good choices. Yeah, I'd have to go with Lowell because he is able to get good AA as well. So that feels like the best play there. Siri, what's going on, man? What is going on, mate? Thank you for joining us. Late, but better late than never, mate. I do appreciate you popping in. I think Lukeba probably gets the nod there for us. Weefa, Barriel. I love the Oh, you got Simons as well. I love the Simons Barriel play, I think. Kubo. Definitely Kubo season. And then it has to be Barriel for me. What a team that is. Could I tell you a bit about Ivan Heel? Decent little player. I mean, take set pieces for Andorra. Didn't start this last game, though, which was quite concerning. Came off the bench over the international break. So, yeah, I wouldn't... Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm not too sure what went on there as far as him not starting or whatever. But, yeah, he's a set-piece taker, number 10 for Andorra, able to get good AA score. And he's still quite cheap, I think. And then Rizzo says he doesn't know what to do next. Okay, so we've got under 23 limited. We've got the Premier League limited. What could we do for All-Star limited? I think you could you get something decent out here? Let's have a look. Acosta. Okay, so that's a good start. Seeing Acosta in there makes me feel happy. What have we got up front? Matson. Okay, yeah, we're doing this. We're doing All-Star limited. Ralph, because you've got two smashes there, which are really, really nice to look at. And, I think have a very good chance of scoring you some big points. Defense is not ropey, but it's not blessed with quality after we've taken Lukeba out of there. There's good cards there, but I'm not like, wow, I definitely want to play this guy, But, I'm not slandering it in that sense. Is Sorare scoring that well for Anderlecht? No, I didn't think he was. I'm not too fussed about that. Pacho's been scoring quite well, hasn't he? Pacho could be the play. At home. It's a tough game, mind. It is a tough game. Or do we go with our Real Oviedo boy? Yeah, I'm not in love with that. I think you go Pacho. Goalkeeper Romero? Is he fit? Yeah, he is fit. Mamardashvili. Sevilla are dreadful, though. Extra player. Gerard Moreno's on fire. By the way. I would do that. Moreno surely starts, doesn't he? Gerard Moreno, surely. Yeah, 95. Boom. That would be my play for you, mate. All at home. It's the play result. Here's a full Cincinnati collection. Love to hear that. Yeah, that would be my lineup for you, mate. And then finishing things off with Luke's lineups, which is all under 23 focus, which will be a fun build. Yeah. I'm excited for this, I can't lie. Under 23, let's do 3 lineups. Under 23 Super Rare first. Let's go into that. And yeah, this will be a nice way to end things, lads. 2.5 hours in. Ooh, you got some good Super Rares, Luke. Jeez. Okay, interesting. You've got to go Lucas there. How is his collection scores massive, by the way? Chevalier, Lukeba probably has to be. Ooh, it's a rookie card as well, mate. Matt O'Reilly, mate, what is going on here? What a gallery this is, by the way. Where have you plucked this from? And Santi Jimenez. Wow. And Musiala, by the way. Luke. What is going on? Ralph says, yeah, looks a bit good. Nervous about Kulu. If Rasmus is back, I might start him. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't be against that, Ralph, at all. I would not be against that. Mate, what a lineup that is, by the way. Love that, Luke. Yeah, that would probably be... I mean, it's... I haven't done anything out of the ordinary there, but, like, I'm not in love with any... Like, Bilal's a good player. He could probably fit in All-Star Rare Pro for us. You got Shirky in there as well. Shirky, sorry. Leighton Clarkson. Jesus, mate, you've got some absolutely wicked players. Badiashile. Wow, fair play, mate. Love that. Okay, Rare Pro, is it next? I think it was Rare Pro next. Or Rare Plus, sorry. Sorry, lads, I'm getting... Okay, Van der Voort away, Bazanu. I really fancy Bazanu today, this weekend. I think he got a good chance of getting a cleanie. So Big Baz starts there. Ooh, Schlotterbeck, Gertruda, Gavardio. You could go Howard Bellis and double up there. But let's see what else we've got going on first. You got Jude, mate. You got some wicked players here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in love with the Super Rare options we've got, to be honest. Like, obviously, Ruta would have been a great shout, but I think he's injured. Would you go Lukeba instead of Yoro? Yeah, I think an under 23 rare lineup would be better, mate, to be honest. Like, I would go... Well, you want to play Yoro there instead of... Is that what you're saying? Oh, because of the... Yeah. Good point. Sorry, yeah, they obviously both play for Lille, don't they? Sorry. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this makes this a little bit better now because we can go Lukeba. Gotta go Jude. Jesus Christ, you got some serious players, by the way. Gotta go Flo. And then, I mean, you either go one rare or you go Bilal, who's obviously been good. Yeah, you probably go Bilal there. Very good team that, by the way. I'd probably captain Wirtz. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Very happy with that. That's a fucking unbelievable team, by the way. And then under 23 rares it was to finish on. I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Under 23 rare then, we gotta go Van der Voort. We gotta fancy him to get a clean sheet away to Liège. Defense Slotterbeck for now. Baturina, Pedri. Is Gertrude a fit? I think he is, isn't he? Excelsior a pony. Yeah, Gertrude is 80%. Let's do that. I'd probably captain Schlotter. Mate, you've got some flipping unbelievable teams there. That didn't even save, did it? Or did it? Yeah, it did. Mate, what a set of lineups that is, by the way. Like, all 79, 80, 81 lineup strength score. Jesus Christ, Luke. What a flipping gallery that is. Yeah, okay, a lot of away fixtures, I can't lie. But they're all, like, this. The team that you've got are still favourites in those fixtures type of thing. So, you know, I wouldn't be too disheartened about that. It is what it is. Next week will be better because all those aways will probably be at home, obviously. So, yeah, mate. Under 23 Super is pushy, is punchy as well. Really, really punchy. Yeah, mate. Honestly, that's an unbelievable team. Love to see it. Right, lads. We've been going 2 hours and 36 minutes. I am absolutely knackered. I can't lie, but that was actually really, really fun. Really enjoyed it. Gonna get off now. Have a bite to eat. And yeah, just sort of wind down for the evening. Massively appreciate all of you watching and waiting around for this long to get your lineups built. And yeah, no, I really appreciate it. What's Luke saying? We have the Super Rare lineup the same, but you put a better lineup in Rare and Rare Plus than me. Okay. Well, I'm glad I could help, mate, somewhat. Hopefully you can win some nice rewards. Hopefully you don't finish higher than me in these competitions. I'm not playing under 23 Super this weekend after seeing that lineup. You've scared me off big time. But lads, in general, appreciate you all watching. And yeah, catch you tomorrow for the deadline stream with Quinny if you fancy going over to his channel and watching that with me. And I've got the Road to Glory coming out tomorrow morning. Another good episode, to be fair. So yeah, that's all done. I filmed that today and edited it, but I'll put that out, tomorrow morning. And then, like I said, the stream with Quinny. So, lads, really do appreciate it. Bit hoarse. Enjoy your evening, all of you lads. And Ladettes, if there's any in here. Yeah, appreciate you all. And yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow for Quinny stream. And make sure you watch the Road to Glory as well, because it's a decent episode. Appreciate you all, lads.